And good morning. So here we are. It is a beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, Friday morning in the Portland area where I am. And I'm just here by myself this morning. Teresa is actually just downstairs, but she's with her sister. And well, that doesn't happen every day. Her sister's visiting for just a few days, and so they are having a rockin' family time. And instead of foregoing this dream altogether, I thought I would just be here with you for a moment and talk about May Day. May Day is coming right up. Monday is May 1st, and May Day is internationally the holiday of workers. uh, Internationally, it's a day where we show solidarity, and it's a day that we show the workers' might. And what might the workers do? And also spiritually, it is, well, May Day, Beltane. It is a day of maple dancing, a day that we really feel like summer is begun. And it's a time of making sure that the fertility of the crops and the greening of the earth continues in a merry and wonderful way. And so a lot of the rituals around May Day are about just generally having fun, having a wonderful time with your kith and kin. There's from the traditions of taking clan and family members, friends, your community, your village, into the woods to select the maypole, having a day of merriment and feasting, and playing. It was a time of play. And so, as we look at our world today, which is really, I'm going to say, direly in need of play, we need each other and we need fun in our lives. Um, do what we can at this time of year to really reach down inside and remember fun, remember playfulness, remember that we need each other, and that in fact the worker solidarity part of this is all about that mutual aid and traditional pagan community, making sure that all were taken care of. It is to me of a piece. I also want to point out there is a wonderful book by Peter Linebaugh, um, about the history of May Day and tying together the spiritual traditions and the radical workers' holiday. I do recommend people check that out. Peter Linebaugh. I will put a link below in the description of the show to an interview that I did with Peter Linebaugh on Positively Revolting, a program I produced every week for KBOO Community Radio. Back, oh gosh, I guess it's probably been about 7 or 8 years. The fabulous holiday of May Day. So, all that said, let's get on with the tarot reading, and yeah, we'll do that. So, here's what I have for you this morning. One by one, we say it's the Ten of Wands. It is inversed. It is the Page of Cups, and it is the Four of Wands inversed. So, what does this mean? It means that there has been a lot of work, a lot of busyness, a lot of things that we've had to look at, that we've had to do. And it may have left us feeling tired, feeling depleted, which is a little at odds with this shift in the weather. With the, I know a lot of folks are feeling pretty energized this week from the shift from suddenly we have sun in the area. Um, and so there's a little pull there. Um, it is important to remember that you can have good boundaries, that you can, in fact, have, uh, the ability to limit what you partake in. Uh, what I'm trying to say is you have the right to say no. If you feel like you are too busy and too scattered, think about delegating. Is there something that you really don't have to do yourself that, or if there's a thing that you do have to do, can you get some help doing it? Make sure that you look for the support you need and or pass off some of the tasks that are weighing you down, or give yourself permission to get them off your list. Maybe they don't really need to be done after all. But it's a the 10 of wands inversed is definitely a sign to um, nurture yourself, to know that you have come through a whole lot and it's a good idea to rest and recuperate and share the responsibilities that you have maybe overfilling your plate at this time. So the Page of Cups talks about us being in a real daydreamy state, and that feels right on. We are right before May Day, as mentioned. The sun is shining. People are coming out of sort of this prolonged winter's heaviness, and so, it's a you might be feeling creative, you might be feeling some creative juices flowing. Make sure you do have a little time and a little space for that in your life. It can be really rejuvenating, it can be healing. Um, if you are feeling overburdened and like you just have too much to do, so you couldn't possibly spend some time just playing, just daydreaming, just creating something for the pure joy of creating it. Think again, because those priorities have to get shifted. It's important to play for play's sake. It's important to, be able to just allow yourself creative flow and daydreaming. It's healing, it's important. It's also the work of visionaries. That's how we get great ideas for doing things different sometimes. It's just being in that creative flow. So let it happen, let it wash over you. And again, if you're feeling like you just don't have time for this nonsense, find ways to shift some of your responsibilities to somebody else. Delegate, have firm boundaries about taking more things on. Focus on you and um, your well-being. Focus on your creative soul and your happiness, not just your physical health or your financial health. And then we have the Four of Wands, and it was also inversed. And so it's the Four of Wands really talks about the support of home, of your community members, of people coming together to be good family. And the fact that it's inversed can mean that there's just stress, right? That things might be not feeling real stable, that things might be prone to argument, prone to not feeling heard. It's not just the supportive, nurturing, and idyllic space that we all want to be able to rest and recoup in. So, what can you do about bringing that into alignment? What can you do about wanting to shift it, wanting to have that feeling of stability, of warmth, of family that cares and partakes in caretaking? Think about again how you can shift, and it I think has everything to do with that busyness that so many people, so many of us feel. Um, as you can come into your own center, as you can shift some of those responsibilities that really shouldn't be yours to take on alone in the first place, as um, as you move through this, you will find that alignment. Allowing yourself to daydream, allowing yourself to play. It is perhaps even your own, how do we say, heavy spirit, your own inability to laugh at this point can cause some of that instability. So, shifting yourself to be in a better, more playful, more connected place with those close around you can actually bring that stability. So, overall, what am I saying? I'm saying make time to play, make time to daydream, make time to enjoy yourself and those close ones around you. This is that time of year. We are at May Day. It's the holiday of beauty, of joy, of playfulness, and of worker solidarity. So try that out. It is on Monday. We are in the phase of the waxing moon, so this is a great time to expand your horizons, to um, grow. Think about growing what you need in your life, bringing it to you, and to connect with others and to have fun. Again, I will put in the link in the description below the link to Peter Linebaugh's book on the history of May Day, as well as my interview with Peter Linebaugh from several years back now that happened on Positively Revolting when I was broadcasting on KBOO. Let's see. So I think that might just tie it up. We Oh, I know what else I wanted to say about May Day. This is for those of us who are paganly inclined. May Day is the holiday wherein the it's the greening of the earth, and it's where the fae, the unseen, the nature sprites, the helpers, the fairies, pixies, sprites, brownies, however you might know them from your culture and your family history. Um, this is where they get really playful. And so please leave offerings if you can, if you're thinking about it, if you're so inclined to invite these wonderful beings both into our lives as well as telling them that you honor them and their playfulness and tricksiness is fantastic, but sometimes when things start going missing a lot, they're playing a little much. Put out some offerings, a little dish of milk, a little dish of wine, some sweets, leave it outside in a special spot, and dispose of it the next morning. Feeding the fairies is a very important part of this time of year. So, if you have questions about any of that, please feel free to leave questions in the comments below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. I hope that you enjoy this beautiful week, this May Day. We'll talk more about May Day actually probably next week as well, because it's just such an important holiday in terms of I love the synchronicity again of it being a totally radical holiday for workers and mutual aid, as well as the holiday of joy, of pleasure, of making sure fertility is continuing on this world for yet another cycle, like yet another year. And so, with that, I bid you a fair and happy week. Please enjoy yourselves. Please have fun and take care. Take good care of yourselves and each other. Um, we love you. And I'll just go ahead and speak for Teresa, who apparently is watching downstairs. Our love goes out to you and to all the ships at sea. Cheers.